Hey everybody, welcome back to Justin Talks Puppets 2, the show where I share with you all some of my fun puppet finds and nostalgic finds. And over the weekend, I got to visit this really cool fan expo, Disney Fan Expo. I guess it's been going on for several years, but it was my first year going this year. The Disneyana Fan Expo. It's an expo run by fans. They had a bunch of cool voice actors and actresses from different Disney cartoons and shows, past, present, and even current. In the main lobby area, they had a big room full of vendors and Disney fan merchandisers who were selling a bunch of different Disney memorabilia and merchandise. A couple of different vendors had several different bins of buttons and pins. This is the most recent. I actually didn't have this already in my collection. This is pretty cool. It's a promotional button for Disney's Muppets Most Wanted. Growing up as a late 90s baby, early 2000s kid. I thought this was kind of cool. This is the older Disney Channel logo. And I know it says Disney's Young Musicians Symphony Orchestra, which is different. It was for that, I'm guessing, that event. But still pretty cool because, again, the old Disney Channel logo. And then we have Company D, which is a cast member store that is off property where cast members can buy Disney merchandise and stuff like that. I used to be a Disney cast member. And I remember going to this place quite often with my family. Of course, I wasn't there for the opening of it. I wasn't there for the grand opening back in 1988 because I wasn't born yet, but still pretty cool. Then we have a older Disney Store button, which is also pretty cool, Mickey with the clipboard. I also got to work Bugs Land during my time working at Disney before it closed. And I actually got to close the land. So this is pretty cool. I also remember as a kid going to Bugs Land, and this is when it opened back in 2002 at California Adventure out here in Southern California. So there's Flick giving everybody that thumbs up. Right here, also was a big fan of me and my family listening to Radio Disney in the car. So very, very cool. Radio Disney is no longer around. So this button is kind of brings back those memories. And it says, listen for Radio Disney Mulanathon. I have started to recollect all of the memorabilia and items from the live action The Disney Country Bear film. And this is pretty cool because this was a button given out if you went to go see the film at the time at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, which we've been to multiple times. And to add the cherry on top of this, at the Disney Fan Expo, I got to meet the super kind, super multi-talented Muppet performer and puppeteer Terry Harden, who's also a Disney Imagineer. She was super kind, super nice. We talked about a bunch of Muppet and Jim Henson stuff. She, like I said, has worked for the Disney company, the Muppets. She worked with Jim Henson, talked to Jim Henson, was friends with Jim Henson. So, super awesome to meet Terry at that event. My dad actually ended up finding for me this very cool and awesome Kermit pin that was also sold by one of the vendors at the expo. So while at the expo, I also saw that another vendor was selling this very cool Fun for All, the Muppets wooden nesting doll. And fun fact about this is I actually had this a long time ago when I was a little younger with KB Toys. If anybody remembers KB Toys, I actually had the box. And unfortunately, KB Toys at the time was closing. And I ended up buying the exact same nesting doll like this. But mine had this large crack that went down the middle because it's wooden. Most nesting dolls are wooden as well, but some are also made of like a plastic. I also have an Incredibles nesting doll from the Disney Pixar movie, The Incredibles. And if you guys haven't heard of a nesting doll or haven't seen a nesting doll, that will carry on the inside of them another nesting doll. So inside Kermit was Miss Piggy, and then inside this Muppet one was Kermit. My original Muppets nesting doll, the original one that I bought in box, came with all of them. I believe, the last one is supposed to be Pepe. I unfortunately had to get rid of mine because, again, the one that I had bought, even though it came in box and it's from the store, there was a giant hairline crack, and I want to say hairline, but it was pretty big, at the top of the one I had. And then, I believe even some of the images of Kermit and Piggy were coming off. It was kind of scraped off. I was very happy that years later I was able to find this at the Disney Fan Expo. I hope to maybe one day, find that Pepe. Also, while at the expo, the same vendor that was selling these things was also selling this very cool nostalgic Toon Disney watch. If anybody remembers growing up with that program block, it's a little damaged, little tear to the band a little bit, but again, still very cool. Again, very reminiscent of the Toon Disney era with Mickey popping out of that old school Disney logo. Even cooler, I found another vendor selling these really cool nostalgic tuned Disney, and of course one of my many favorite shows from Playhouse Disney, Roly Poly Oly stickers. And you can ask my parents. I couldn't get my wallet out fast enough. So, but yeah, very very cool. I'm so happy to find these. I remember seeing these before. Either they were sold at the Disney store, or maybe, you know, they would put it in your bag as far as a promotional thing. I have this Toon Disney sticker set right here. Loved watching the House of Mouse growing up, so very, very cool. I remember Timo Supremo. I don't remember watching it a lot, but I do remember them. Of course, Lloyd in Space. I remember watching that a lot and thinking that every character, just their head shape was funny. I don't know why, but I thought that was hilarious. And I do remember the Weekenders. They kind of remind me of the Disney version of Rocket Power. So if you remember watching Rocket Power on Nickelodeon, it reminded me of that. And then we have the toondisney.com. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment below letting me know what are some cool retro childhood-like Disney, Playhouse Disney, Muppet themed stuff you have in your collection. I would love to know. Leave a comment below. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.